So I've been in Jacksonville for 25 years now, came after college.
Nice.
Yeah, went to Florida State and then moved over to Jacksonville after that.
Nice.
So I am mom to 4 special needs kids. My husband and I, after we got married, decided we were going to adopt our children. So we have 3 boys from China, and then our daughter is from South Korea. So that's kind of where the journey started with special needs. I didn't really know what I was getting myself into, which is an understatement. Yeah, so my youngest, Aiden, is deaf and autistic. And so it was really hard to find any place that would be able to support him. He had a lot of self-injury, so he would bang his head on the ground and onto walls, and a lot of that was seen as aggressive behavior. The schools wouldn't take him, and then they didn't know ASL. So sign language is his main form of communication. So between the 2 things, we got a lot of no's when we were trying to search for schools for him. I don't remember exactly where it started, but I remember being in my car and making what felt like the 20th phone call to a school that was like, no, we won't be able to meet your needs. And I just had this moment like, what the heck, I'm just gonna have to do this myself. And my husband would tell the story in that I called him and I was like, hey, so I have this idea, which is kind of how ideas start in my house. And I just said, I don't know what else to do. We're going to have to start our own school. I think he thought I was joking, but clearly I was not. I was very blessed. I had a team from a school that was dissolving. So I met very quickly a lady who helped me partner with a few staff who needed a new home, a new place to work. So we started with 12 staff and about 15 kids who were coming with us from that place that wasn't going to be in existence anymore. So we we had pulled some money to buy a beach house. That's what I wanted, like a calm, nice place to spend the summer. And then when I realized we needed to start a school for our son, we decided to take that money and invest it in growing together. So we kind of bootstrapped it ourselves, and still are to some extent. We're 5 years in and starting to really better understand fundraising and know that we have a need to have others support us and help us in this journey, but we definitely tried to do it on our own in the beginning, which is a little bit challenging. So some of the kids that we started the school with were very young, and then others were kind of aging into their teen years. And this building, our first building, really didn't meet the needs of teenagers who need to learn vocational training and hands-on type stuff. This is more classrooms and open space to run and play. They really needed hands-on activities. And so we realized that we were kind of at that next crux where we were either going to have to tell kids we couldn't help them anymore, or we were going to have to build something new to serve the kids as they were growing. So actually right before COVID hit, we decided that we were going to open the second school. COVID definitely delayed that, but yeah, so that's when that happened. Some of it is that we can't pay our staff the way that I want to. Our staff work really hard. We have complicated cases that we bring in. We don't turn kids away. Like Aiden was turned away from many schools. We're the opposite. We really try hard not to turn kids away, but it takes a lot out of our staff. And so being able to properly compensate them is definitely something that I've been trying to work on. Getting them the best benefits and really having them have a good work-life balance is really important to me so that they don't burn out. The buildings themselves start to get worn down. We do have, holes in walls and stuff that have come from different, situations that, it's now time to start renovating a lot of those spaces, for sure. Lots of things get broken over time. It's just it's a rough and tumble kind of job. And so it definitely takes the wear and tear on it, for sure. So we currently have about 45 kids that we serve, and we have 192 on our wait list. So it breaks my heart every time I get that email that somebody else has joined the wait list, because I know I can't help them. So my dream for 2 to 5 years is to expand exponentially, to be able to bring in as many kids as we can help. There's a huge need in Jacksonville and everywhere, but specific to us, 194 kids on our wait list it's heartbreaking, that I have to turn all of those people away. So that's definitely my number one goal. Second to that would be my kids are going to age out at like 2021, they age out of our program, and what does the next thing look like for them in life? You know, is there some place that we can help them partner with the community or in corporations, or do we need to build something ourselves? I don't know, but we want to really expand into that area. Right, absolutely. Yeah, in a place that we know is safe, and, you know, someplace that I want to send my own child. You know, that's really important to me, that parents know that their kids, you know, from age 3 until whatever, are in a safe place every day with, you know, a leader who is a mom of special needs kids, who really knows like the fears and, you know, all the stuff that comes along with being a special needs mom. So yeah, what happens when they're 21, you know, definitely.